Hello, I'm Josh.
I'm Tyler.
We're a band called 21 Pilots, and you're watching Stingray Pause play.
I'm Zach Monson. Welcome to a very special edition of Stingray Pause Play here at the Bell Center with dear friends of Pause Play. Dear friends of Pause Play.
Dear friends.
21 Pilots. Hi, guys.
Dear friends.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Doing great. You're doing great.
Josh, I feel like you and I didn't become friends enough last time because you weren't in the interview.
You know, I'll say I rarely go back and rewatch our interviews, except for the ones where it's only him.
Because
So I watched that
Okay,
interview.
good.
You
so
want to
I
make
saw
sure
it.
you didn't miss anything.
I want to make sure I'm not getting talked about, and I'm pretty sure I was.
Oh, you were, he talked some shit about you. Yeah,
Yeah,
he absolutely did.
I went in.
I mean, you guys spend so much time together, right? I mean, you're writing together, you're on stage together, you're literally on the same bus or the same planes, the same hotels. Do you guys hang out when you're not doing music? And if so, what do you guys do when you're just hanging out?
No.
Definitely not.
No,
You guys
we
play it
do.
off well that you
We
like
do.
each other then, really, because I
Oh,
believe
this is
it.
all
Yeah.
a shtick.
You're
Yeah,
killing it then.
It's
yeah.
a huge act.
Huge act. No, we do hang out other than playing music. And most of the time we talk about, do you remember when? Yeah, because we have all kinds of.
Remember that time doing
when
music
stories.
that we,
Yeah.
right, okay. You guys have this amazing fan base that really I feel is unlike any other artist fan base. You guys bring them into the fold so much, whether it's inviting them to do posters for you or, you know, telling fans the secret meanings behind tattoos and ask them not to tell anybody. You know, it's like you bring them into this whole group like they're part of the whole process. Why is that so important for you guys?
I think that when we think of our music, we think of the live version of it. And I know when you think of other people's music, and when we think of other people's music, we think of the recorded version or a video of it or things that we've lived with that, you know, we listen to. For us, our own music is lived every day in the live setting. So in the same way, when we think of our fans, we think of the live setting, we think of the concert. And truly, we've always said that if you come to our show, we really think that the most interesting, entertaining, exciting, impressive thing about what it is that's going on at our shows is our crowd. And
Yeah.
so it's something we take a lot of pride in them. And
Yeah.
little kudos to them.
Yeah, kudos to them. I like it.
And we're not that cool, so we just try to allow people's interpretation of us to be them.
Good. We asked the last artist that we had in to ask you guys a question.
Hi, my name is Jane, and my question for you is, so would you rather make a featuring with Beyonce or sell 1 million of your own album in one day?
Oh my gosh. I can't think of an easier question than that.
Okay.
You said, who was that?
Beyonce.
Oh. Is she like an indie artist?
She's very, very new.
Million records,
Million records in a day.
no doubt.
No doubt.
Sorry.
So sell a million no doubt records in a day. Because that
Yeah.
would be a
Million
feat.
no doubt records.
I feel
in
like
a
you
day.
guys could do it. No doubt, maybe not so much. Trench is the album. And if you look back on your past work, the milestones you guys hit with that last record were so crazy. You know, it's 4 years in the Billboard 200 album chart. This is the first album ever where every single song on the record was gold. Like, that's literally a world first for you guys. So do you guys feel the pressure of having to hit those milestones again? Or do you just kind of write the song and that's what happens?
Yes to the pressure one.
Yeah, to the pressure one, yeah. And is that from yourself? Or is that from the label? Is that from your fans? Like,
I think all of the above.
Yeah.
We've always talked about how the importance of limiting the amount of pressures to, that are allowed to actually influence the creation process of making a record. We've always said that maybe the one that we would allow is our fans and what they would be expecting and what they're willing to let us kind of stretch them into showing them something new, but also not turning our back on what we'd already built. And kind of building on that rather than completely reinventing ourselves. I think that there's an art to balancing that, to stretching yourself, stretching your fans, making something new, but at the same time not like forgetting everything else that you've already started with.
and in the entire process of creating this album, because it can sometimes take a year, it can sometimes take 2 years, depending on the musical work. What is the favorite moment off the process of this album and the creation of it from the other person?
That's a good question.
It's probably collectively when we got the record in our hand for the first time. We hugged. We didn't, did we? I think I made that up.
We probably high-fived.
You think? Chest bumped?
That's pretty much a hug.
Yeah.
In 2019,
It's
that's
a very
hug.
fast,
Yeah.
airborne hug.
Yeah, an
We may have
armless.
hugged. We don't hug a lot.
It doesn't happen often.
But it's not happened.
How many
feel like
times do
you
you think
guys
it's
are huggers.
happened? How many times do you think we've hugged?
I'm going to say 6.
I would say more than 6.
Yeah, it's going to be more than that.
But
Did I say 6? I'm so sorry.
60.
60. You cut me off too quickly. 60.
60?
Yeah.
1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that often, but it's been about 60,000 times.
But who's
So at
counting?
least 6 up to 60,000.
Yeah,
I'll
anywhere in
accept that.
between there.
If you guys had to live the rest of your lives in one of your own music videos, which one would it be and why?
Great question. You're on fire, by
Thank
the
you,
way.
my friend.
I think all of them would be horrible.
I was going to say
They
yeah.
are all really
Yeah, I was going to say.
frustratingly bad as far as the environment goes. We always put ourselves in the toughest spots. What a predicament.
The worst,
We've always
right?
found that good music videos are always a predicament.
Yeah.
Man, he's got to solve that predicament.
Yeah.
You know, one of them we're chopped in half when we're freezing outside in the cold.
Well,
You know.
more than one.
A lot of them we're freezing outside in
Yeah,
the
so
cold.
really not a lifetime to live. I feel like.
I
The easiest
guess-
one that we've had to shoot is My Blood.
Yeah, because we were barely in it. Have you ever seen those music
It's a
videos
great
where the
answer.
artists aren't in it and they just hire like
Yeah.
actors to do it? It's
Yeah.
because the artist is like, you know what? I don't care.
Yeah.
Go make something.
Yeah. Love it.
We weren't to that level, but we did let a director kind of run with it, and we were just kind of background band.
Yeah.
And it was a Halloween party, so yeah, I could live there.
Good. You poor Tyler, I'm seeing you just stare at that clock on the ground, just staring at it.
Am I?
You are. And I'll let you do it because
I
our,
don't know.
our
You know
time's
what
up
it is?
anyway.
You know what it
Tyler.
is? I don't want this interview to end.
Well,
I'm
that's
like, oh no,
that's
we
in
only
your
have a few
control,
more-
my friend. That is
few-
entirely in your
I know
control.
it is. I'll tell you what. How many more questions you got?
I have many, but I'll give you one more if you'd like.
No,
Yeah.
let's do 5.
5 more questions?
Yeah. Screw it.
5 more questions.
Tyler wants to go hit the reset button on that clock.
On that
So-
clock.
The last time that you and I spoke,
I'll tell you what.
yeah.
5 more.
Yeah.
But if any of them suck, I'll
Yeah.
tell you, and we'll skip
Deal.
Okay.
So last time we spoke, you told me that your favorite music is your own music. It's pretty much 90% of what you listen to. In fact, you were stressed about bumping yourself in your car where people would kind of see you listening. Yeah, see, when
I
you
see what
said
you're
that,
saying. I see what
I
you're
made
saying.
that exact same face when you said
see what you're saying.
bumping
Yeah, but you
myself in
Bumping
my
yourself.
car.
You're right.
You know, if I'm bumping myself in my car, you know, as I'm driving, I will pull up.
I
to
don't know what
stop
that
sign.
means, but I'll take it.
Bumping?
Bumping yourself in the car.
Yeah.
Oh, you meant bumping your own music in your
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Playing your own music in your
Playing
car.
your own, yeah, those are your words, not mine. So I'm glad that it made you make a face.
Yeah.
Who are the newer artists that you are listening to now that you think
There's
are
a great
interesting?
record, Trench, out that just came out that I really enjoy playing.
Yeah.
It's ours.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
like other people's music,
Yeah.
man. Why do you want to know that?
Because you're.
What do you
I'll
gain
tell
from
you
me
what.
promoting some other
I'll
artist
tell
right
you.
now?
I'll tell you. So I am such a fan of you guys in terms of your ability to cross genres and make every single song fantastic. There's no fillers on your records, right? So as someone who appreciates music, I'm always interested. Now that you're big, now that you're in the mainstream, who are those artists that you find interesting that you can still pick up from, even if they're brand new?
But see, then I won't be able to steal from them anymore.
True. I mean, that is a perfectly fine answer.
So
So no one but yourself.
no one.
Okay.
No one but Beyonce.
Okay, no one but Beyonce. So
Favorite new artist.
Yeah, favorite new artist. Brand new.
Favorite new artist.
The question for you, my friend, is that he had the pleasure of answering last time, and the question for you is, what is your fondest childhood musical memory? His answer was the Donkey Kong 2 soundtrack. Great answer. Top it.
I played Donkey Kong 2, but I think more than that, I played Super Mario Brothers on Game Boy on
Ooh.
road trips.
Yeah.
So I think that the sound to that, and on the original Game Boy, you had the volume on the side that you could kind of control.
Mm-hmm.
And with 6 people, 3 other kids in the car, a lot of times I had to turn it down, even though I wanted it loud.
Right.
So I got used to listening to it at a low volume, but I still do remember that soundtrack.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I expect a flash drive
Yeah.
of that on,
Well,
on
then
our
Look,
next.
next time you're in town and we do an interview, you'll get your own USB stick. I promise.
it's just tech.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
You got to keep up
Yeah,
with
I
it.
know.
Tech's our favorite thing.
Are you
Love
guys? I was
it.
gonna say, are you into tech? Like, what's
We
the newest
love
techie?
tech.
Okay,
Let me tell
Oh,
you.
yeah.
please.
Let me tell you. Every time we go through an airport and you
Yeah.
got one of those stores, we
Yeah.
bump each other like there's some tech over
Seriously?
I
Like
see some
just like
tech.
an Apple store, or just like a the vending machine?
anything.
No, not Apple. Like nothing specific. Like it's one of those tech stores where you like
Okay.
you walk in, you don't know if this is like refurbished
Yeah, okay.
or something that
Yeah.
from the 90s
Yeah.
or some brand new gem that just came out, some new fresh hot tech.
And the best part about the tech stores in airports is that we also travel a lot.
Yeah, right.
And so some of this tech like has to do with travel, and we're like constantly figuring out how to like maximize our traveling experience through tech. And if it's a travel related tech item,
Come on.
game over. We're buying it.
We're buying all
so
that tech.
You're telling your fans.
We've literally bought tech and then decided I don't really need this and thrown it away in the same airport just because we love tech so much.
guys.
We got signed. It's okay.
Do you carry external like portable batteries with you?
Yeah.
How
often.
many milliamps?
Oh, I feel super
Needs to get out.
uncool for not.
You need at least
Knowing that.
20,000.
Okay.
Okay, and I guarantee you, just looking at you, you're like a
Yeah.
three or 4,000 type guy.
I could maybe see 5,000, but by accident.
Yeah. You know me really well. So why is 20 the most important number to go for?
It's honestly, your USB can get a USB to USB-C,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, if it's powerful enough, you can charge your laptop,
Your iPad, your phone,
What else?
portable speaker.
your life,
Yeah. Okay.
your friendships.
So let's go into that for a second. How do you recharge your life and your friendships, my friend?
That was good.
What's the best way to recharge your friendships? Being on the road so much, you've definitely got friends that are not music related. You've got friends that are not, fans coming to the shows. How do you stay in touch and keep those relationships going?
Yeah, I can make. Thanks for reminding us that we've lost
you
a
should-
lot of friends.
All I'm reminding you is to call the ones you have. That's it.
Yeah,
You
well,
can't do anything with the ones you lost, but call the ones you got, bro.
It's tough to do. I will say that. I think technology,
tech.
makes it a lot easier
Yeah.
to stay in touch, even when you're overseas. But it's still hard because though the option is there, it is hard to, and sometimes there's time differences and schedules.
Yeah,
Or,
right.
and then just the will to pick up a phone and
Yeah, right.
make a call or a
Although you're
FaceTime.
probably not calling anybody, really. Do you really call people anymore?
I call. Josh doesn't. Josh texts. I don't really text that much.
I don't call that much.
I'm a caller.
I really don't like phone calls.
I don't like phone
I think
calls.
that that's a bit of a trend.
Yeah?
I think that it's fun for you to say that you don't like phone
No, I
calls
really,
when actually
really
they're
dislike
way
them.
more effective.
No, absolutely not. Really hate them. Text me.
See, I understand that there's aspects of the phone call that we need to change.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about this. To end the phone call.
Yeah, okay.
Josh and I have talked about how we are trying to instate that you can just hang up.
Without,
goodbye is the
without
worst
a goodbye?
part.
It's the
The goodbye
worst.
is-
It's like,
it's-
all right, I'll see you. Yep. Thank you. No, thank you. I'll see. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's ridiculous. The
But it
extended
happens.
goodbye
You know it
is
happens.
ridiculous.
I'm saying like, hey, I'm going over here. I needed to do this thing. Do you think you could
Right.
pick up this thing? Yeah, I could. Click.
Yeah, okay. Right.
I'm just.
Okay,
right?
I get it.
Didn't we say that
Right.
was?
So we were on the phone the other day, and what it sounded like was that he just hung up. I think I called him right back, and I was like, "Dude, you hung up without saying goodbye," and I loved that. And I was like, "We need to like make this an always thing because it's just quicker. It's like you've gotten everything. You don't need to say goodbye.
Yeah,
the bulk of what you're talking about is done.
Yeah, right.
And how often do you get into a conversation with someone on the phone where hanging up is you intentionally trying to
Yeah.
offend them?
Yeah,
Doesn't
sure.
it hardly happens, right?
Yeah.
But I could count on one hand how many times it has happened.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone hangs up on you and you're like, that was actually a decent conversation, are they mad at me? The answer is no. They're just a part of what we're trying to do.
Love it.
Part of the
Absolutely
movement.
love it. Screw the music. Screw everything else you're doing. That should be your life's work right there.
I think that's why we are here.